Hello and welcome to my new video. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lex, and if you're not new here, you might be wondering why I'm doing a video that doesn't revolve around Animal Crossing, and that's one of my 2022 goals. You know, we're gonna diversify the channel. I'm expanding to all Nintendo gaming, so, you know, leave some recommendations down below. If you want to see a video featured on my channel, whether it's first impressions, reviews, just casual gameplay, let me know. We're gonna hop right into this. So I wanted to talk about my first impressions of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. It was just released on March 25th, and if everything goes accordingly, this video is being posted on March 28th. So I hope I didn't miss the hype. You know, 3 days is a long time to experience a game, but I went ahead and played for the first hour of Kirby. I mean, the first hour for me, I guess you could have taken it anyway, but I think I got a lot done for an hour. I was pretty happy with it. I will go ahead and say up front that I'm really impressed with this game. I really like it so far, so if you're wondering, this is going to be a very positive first impressions video. My very first impression of this game, and I think reasonably so, is the first cutscene we get to see with Kirby. I mean, it's beautiful. The world is beautiful. I'll let you listen to the music here for a second. My other very first impression was that the soundtrack for this game is a bop. All of the music is good. Like, the entire hour I was playing, I was jamming. It is phenomenal. I love it. I'm also speaking as someone who's never played a Kirby game before. I mean, just last year, had you asked me if Kirby was a Pokemon, I might have said yes. I mean, Kirby and Jigglypuff, definitely cousins. Even Kirby and, like, Happiny or Clefable, you know, like, they're similar. They've got the traits, and I just never thought about it seriously. So when the Kirby game came out, I kind of had to reconcile with my mind that I've always known Kirby wasn't a Pokemon, but he's really not, and that was a life-changing situation. Anyway, that's all to say that I am brand new to this franchise, and I really love it. I think it was super easy to adapt to this kind of gameplay. It was easy to understand the mechanics of the game, and it really drew me in. The story in the beginning is really compelling. You have a good time, and I just think it's really cute and fun. It's a nice little way to spend your time without being stressed out. I will say that it is fairly easy, even in wild mode, which is like the more difficult of the two modes you're offered. I thought it was really simple and easy. That is not to say that the whole game is easy. Like I said, I've only played 1 hour of the game, but that is something I noticed, is that it was really guided and simple. So the pros of that are that you're going to be really relaxed while playing. The cons are that you're not really getting a challenge here, at least in the beginning of the game. Something else I really like about the gameplay is how, aside from swallowing the abilities that you get to use, such as the sword and the bomb that you get in the beginning, there is also a sort of swallowing thing where you can swallow larger objects. You probably, if you've seen the trailer, immediately think of the car, which is an obvious one, but there was also one, my favorite was the vending machine. You can be a vending machine and you get to spit cans at your enemies, and I just think that's pretty iconic of Kirby, you know? There's also a cone that's like super powerful. Not sure why it's so powerful, but we love to see it and it's fun to use. It's also fun that you can use your different power-ups to kind of trigger hints from the map in your gameplay. So for instance, you can, with the fire ability, you can light the little lanterns and they'll kind of guide you to secret areas that you might have missed otherwise. So if you decide to get the game, or if you already have it, make sure you are taking advantage of your abilities to see what all the map has to offer. Aside from the main storyline, the main gameplay that you're going to complete, the quest, complete stages, I think there are some little details that really enhance the game, things they didn't have to do, but they did, and the game is better because of it. One of these things is the little figurines that you can find and collect. It's kind of like you end up with a figurine periodic table of sorts. You get to see all the little, they're almost like little amiibo figures, and you get to collect them and look at them, and as you go you also get to learn what different things in the game are, get a little bit of information along with your gameplay. I also appreciated the rare star challenges. They actually were kind of challenging because they have these like time goals, and I didn't hit any of them at first, even if I got close. So that's a challenge I have to look forward to when I come back, and I'm sort of a completionist, so I will come back after I complete the storyline and try to 100% the game. I'm looking forward to that, to trying to beat these time goals. Another really cute thing is that as you go, as you're rescuing these Waddle Dees from the Beast Clan, you get to watch them rebuild Waddle Dee Town. So you can go there yourself. It's kind of like one of the intro parts of the game, and like after the first stage you complete, you'll be able to access the movie theater. It's a cinema. You can go in and sit down and you can actually watch all of the cutscenes that you've seen so far. I think that's a cool feature because I thought that the introductory cutscene was astonishing, it was beautiful, and I'd love to revisit it. So that's really cool. You also get to see goals on the builds that are going on. So for instance, I need 60 Waddle Dees unlocked before I can open up one building, 50 for another. It kind of gives you something to work towards as you're completing these quests, and I think that's so cute. I've already mentioned how much I appreciate the art in this game. Just the world itself is stunning, but something else I really enjoy is the level selection area. I think it's such a cute and creative way to show off all the different levels. Also, remember to fly around some of the groves of trees. You can search for coins, so that's a cute little bonus. I also like how the little loading screens look. They're so cute. They make it, I don't know, entertaining to go through the game because aesthetically, this game is so pleasing. From the title screen to the loading screens to all of the things in the world, it's just a beautiful game to play, and I'm not one to harp on Nintendo graphics, but I think they did a really good job here. I know a lot of people were criticizing Pokemon Legends Arceus for its graphics. I personally loved those, and I love these. I think it's just beautiful to play. Something I think everyone is kind of wondering before they get the game, is this game worth $60? That is what it retails for here in the US at least, and right off the bat, I'm gonna say yes. So far, I'm so impressed with this game. It was definitely worth the money spent, although a cute hack is to go to Walmart where you can get it for $50 most of the time. I've gotten like all the mainline $60 Nintendo titles for $50 at Walmart. Life hack. But yeah, I think so far that it is. Obviously, this is going to be a subjective question for everyone. What do you look for in a game? How much time are you going to spend with the game? Is that worth $60 to you? But in terms of just everything about this, the aesthetic, the gameplay, how entertaining it is, I think it's worth it. I think that it's definitely worth the money spent. I struggled while making this first impressions video to think of things that I would consider cons about the game, but I did come up with a few just to be transparent and honest with you all. So the first one is that it is absurdly easy in the beginning. I mean, you would expect the first stage or so to be very guided, you know, a very clear path telling you what to do, how to do everything. But the first 2 or 3 stages really I thought were simple to the point of being too easy. That is not to say, again, that the game itself is going to be easy. This is the very beginning, so, you know, it might just chalk up to being it's easing you into the gameplay, which would be fine. But even the wild mode, like I said, has been super simple so far, so I'm hoping that it'll present more of a challenge as I go along. That's kind of like a half con, because I don't know what the whole game is going to be like, but there you go, first impression. Another thing that I would consider a con is that this world is so beautiful, but the exploration is very limited. I would compare it to like any 3D Mario game, 3D Mario World, Mario 3D World, question mark, and Mario Odyssey. These are kind of comparable. There's a very clear way to go. Like, you don't really get to walk around and experience things. The game guides you along. You have not very much space to walk around. You just have to follow where you're supposed to go. I didn't expect this game to be like Breath of the Wild open world, but I definitely expected to have a little bit more ability to explore than we have, so that's kind of a little letdown. The final con is perhaps the most serious. You have to come to terms with the fact that in this game, you are essentially killing a lot of magic corgis. They're very cute. You have to slaughter them mercilessly. And that's definitely, it wasn't, not something I was looking forward to. It doesn't feel good to just take out these precious individuals, even though they're trying actively to kill me. But it's just something to think about before you invest in the game. To do a quick summary here is a chart of the pros and cons that I thought were most important. Overall, I love this game so far. I think it's worth it. I think it's fun. I think it's cute. It really it checks all the boxes for me. I'm having a wonderful time with it, and I can't wait to come back and do more of a review video after I've actually beat the storyline of the game. I'll let you know what I thought, how my pros and cons panned out, what I think then, so keep an eye out if you're really curious about Kirby, and thank you for watching today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and if you have Kirby, let me know in the comments what you think about the game so far. Bye!